Hey, what's up guys? In this video, I'm reviewing Leica M11 camera, probably one of the most talked about rangefinder cameras in recent years. Whether you're a die-hard Leica fan or just curious about this camera, there is no denying that the M11 carries the weight of legacy, craftsmanship, and a very specific philosophy when it comes to photography. But the real question is, does it live up to the hype? And more importantly, the price tag. We're going to find it out in this review. Also, the link to this camera will be included in the video description below. The M11 is unmistakably Leica. It looks and feels like it belongs in a museum. Yet, it's very much made for real-world use. Machined from a solid block of aluminum for the black version or brass for the silver model. It's got that iconic minimalistic body that refuses to be trendy. There is nothing flashy about it, no massive grip, no flippy screens, no chunky dials, just the essentials. And that's kind of the point. The black M11 is lighter than its predecessors, coming in at around 530 grams. That's a huge plus for people who plan to shoot all day or travel with it. The silver version with brass is heavier, closer to the old school M bodies. Both feel premium, rugged, and durable. You can absolutely feel where your money went when you are holding this in your hands. There's no rubberized grip, but the camera balances well, especially with 35mm or 50mm semi-lux lens attached. The buttons are minimal. You got a power switch with drive mode control, a shutter speed dial, an ISO button, a function button, and a basic directional pad on the back. Leica wants you to focus on shooting, not menu diving, and that philosophy runs deep in the M11. Now, if you have never shot with a rangefinder, let's get this out of the way. It's a completely different experience compared to mirrorless or DSLR systems. The M11 still uses a manual focusing optical rangefinder system. There is no autofocus, no phase detection, and no real-time tracking. You line up the patches, focus manually, and take the shot. At first, it feels old school, slower, maybe even limiting, but after a while, it becomes second nature. You start to anticipate shots, you get in tune with the camera. It's less about technical perfection and more about engaging with the moment. That's the magic of the M system. It forces you to slow down, think, compose, and shoot intentionally. It's an antidote to spray and pray photography. Now, for those who want a little digital assist, Leica includes live view with focus peaking on the rear screen. So if you are working on a tripod or need critical focus, especially for landscapes or product work, that's an option. But most of the time, M shooters stick to the optical finder, and the M11 keeps that classic approach alive. By the way, prices on this camera update almost weekly with sales and other general price drops, so if you want to find the most updated information, simply check out the video description and you'll find the latest prices. And of course, if you find this video helpful, please like this video and subscribe my channel. Now let's get into the real guts of this thing. The Leica M11 packs a 60 megapixel full-frame BSI CMOS sensor, but what makes it unique is the triple resolution technology. You can shoot at 60 megapixels, 36 megapixels, or 18 megapixels using the full sensor area each time. It's not just a crop, it's pixel binding done right. The 60 megapixel setting is razor sharp. When paired with Leica's legendary M-mount lenses, the level of detail is insane. You get rich texture, subtle tonality, and incredible micro contrast. But if you don't need all that resolution, say you are just shooting for web or casual delivery, you can drop to 36 megapixels or 18 megapixels and get faster performance, better battery life, and more efficient file sizes. Dynamic range is excellent. You can recover deep shadows and protect highlights with ease. The files have tons of flexibility, especially the DNGs. Color rendering is classic Leica, punchy but not overcooked. Skin tones are beautiful, especially in natural light. Now let's talk about battery and storage. Leica made a huge leap here. The M11 now features a 1800 mAh battery that's good for around 700 to 800 shots per charge, and that's conservative. If you're not chimping constantly, you can easily get more than 1000 frames. That's a massive improvement over the M10 series. You also get 64 gigabytes of internal storage built right into the camera. That's huge. It's like having a built-in backup or emergency card. You can shoot to the internal memory or to the SD card or both, plus it supports UHS-2 for faster transfers. USB-C charging is is on board too, so you can top up the battery with a power bank or wall charger, which is great for travel. Now let's talk about menu and interface. Leica's menu system is minimal and clean. If you're coming from Sony or Canon, it will feel almost too simple, but that's part of the charm. You got your key options, resolution, mattering, color profile, white balance, and format. It's not trying to be a video rig or an AI beast, it's photography first interface and everything in a few clicks away. You can assign custom functions to the FN button and directional pad, but again, the camera encourages simplicity over customization. It's more about what's in front of the lens than what's on the screen. Here's the thing about the Leica M11. You are buying into a system, not just a body. And that system includes some of the most iconic lenses in photography history. From the 35mm Summicron to the 50mm Noctilux, these lenses aren't just sharp, they have a character. They're small, fast, and mechanically perfect. The manual focus rings are butter smooth, aperture clicks are satisfying, and the optics are tuned for storytelling, not just clinical sharpness. There's also a thriving third-party M-mount lens market for Voigtlander, Zeiss, and even TT Artisan. So if you're on a budget or just want something quirky, you got options. So who is it for? Now, honestly, the M11 is not for everyone. This is not a camera for casual snapshots or fast-paced professional work. You're not going to use it for sports, weddings with crazy lighting, or vlogging. But if you're a photographer who values the process, the deliberate act of composing and shooting, this camera is magic. If you're into street photography, environmental portraiture, or documentary style work, it's hard to beat. This is a camera for purists, for artists, for people who love photography as a craft, and yes, for those who appreciate the heritage and the feel of a Leica in hand. It's less about specs and more about experience. So, is it a good choice? If you're looking for the fastest, most feature-packed camera on the market, probably not. But if you're looking for something timeless, a tool that strips away the distractions and puts you face to face with your subject, the M11 delivers in a way few other cameras can. So guys, let me know in the comments, are you planning to pick up this camera or are you going to stick with what you already have? That's it for this video, guys. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if this video was helpful, and make sure to check out the description for links to find the most up-to-date pricing on this camera. See you in the next one.